Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline, and my today's guest is Andy Paige, and I'm so happy that she said yes to our interview. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. I'm thrilled to be with you.
Wow, so nice to see you. And of course, I would love to introduce you to the audience. You are widely recognized for your roles on General Hospital, NBC's Starting Over, and TLC's 10 Years Younger. You are the author of Style on a Shoestring and creator of the Girly Go Garter, a hands-free purse worn on the leg. Welcome to the Inspired Podcast, Andy Page.
Thank you. What a beautiful introduction. I'm grateful.
Thank you so much. And of course, I prepared questions for you. What inspired the creation of Girly Go Garter, and how does it redefine fashion convenience?
Well, very interestingly, the Girly Go Garter was designed and created for me to hold a mic pack when I was on set. I came from a reality show background where we were constantly mic'd, and I was having to wear two transmitters, which are small little blocks that oftentimes they would attach to your back or, put it in your pants. But, when you're doing a reality show where you're filming for 18 hours a day and you have to wear these transmitters, they get very, very hot. And I was starting to get water blisters on my back from wearing them all the time. So I invented the Girly Go Garter as a place to put my microphone transmitters. It works. The most important part of the invention is the adhesive. And the adhesive, which is latex free, works with the heat of your body. And once you wrap the Girly Go Garter around your leg, you can hold up to 3 pounds. And so the original idea was to help me on set, but as you can imagine, women everywhere need a device to hold things like insulin pumps and medical devices, or your money, ID, lipstick, cell phone, keys. So the Girly Go Garter has really blossomed into something that every woman needs. I actually call it the strapless bra of purses because it's the kind of thing where, we don't wear our strapless bra every day, but when we need it, we want to make sure it's in our wardrobe. So that's exactly what the Girly Go Garter is.
Oh, thank you so much for inventing this. I have to admit, I never heard of it before, but of course we learn and we can look it up and we can get it. It's the girly go get it as well. So so
Yep, you
excited,
can.
and
Yeah,
thank you so much.
we're in about 85 countries, in about 6,000 stores worldwide. So you can definitely find it.
Oh, thank you so much. I will take a look, of course. And also, I
Yeah.
love the story that inspired you to create it. It's not to have a purse for us women, but it has a purpose, the purse with the
Yeah.
purpose to serve you
Yes.
on set as microphone holder, so to
Yeah.
say, microphone
Yeah.
pack holder. Thank you so much for sharing. My next question is, how can personal style evolve without breaking the bank?
Oh, that's easy. So I say that. It just has to be, strategic. And most of us, don't really shop with a strategy. We have a tendency to, be attracted to certain things. And honestly, what happens in most of the wardrobes that I work in, I see that we all felt the most celebrated, successful, complimented at a certain stage in our life. And maybe it was a certain outfit where we really felt empowered. And we have a tendency to shop for that outfit over and over and over. And I go into closets, all across the country, and I see that there are 5, 6 pairs of the exact same pants. And it's basically a recreation of a very similar look over and over and over. And so, what I want to encourage people to think about is that outfit might have been great for you at that time in your life, but just like we evolve as humans, our style should evolve as well. So you want to think about a wardrobe that works with your body, your body type, and all of the things that you do with your life. So really, we only need like a capsule wardrobe of about a dozen pieces, a couple of pairs of pants, a couple of skirts, a couple of jackets, a couple of dresses, a couple of blouses. And then the way that you stay current with those pieces is with your accessories and changing your shoes, adding, scarves, necklaces, bracelets, handbags. All of those items will keep you current without having to break the bank. But your wardrobe should be, you're a workforce that kind of helps you feel great every day. Looks fabulous on your body. You're getting, your cost per wear out of it. So you're getting your money's worth. There's no, money lost because you only wore it a couple of times. So your wardrobe should be those staples that look great. And then you build in something fresh and new and modern with your accessories. And that's how you do it on a budget.
Wow, that was the best answer. I didn't expect that answer, and now I understood how to do this. Of course, you don't need so much. You need a basic outfit, and then you build everything around it. And how do we choose our outfits? You explained it to us. We choose what worked good, where we felt the best in, and we had the most success also, and appreciation of the people. Thank you so
Yeah.
much of other people. Thank you for sharing. What are the key takeaways from your journey in media and product entrepreneurship?
Well, honestly, so I am in my 50s and I have been, in front of a camera for over 40 years. So I have watched a lot of things change, Caroline, a lot of things change. And the biggest takeaway for me is always being willing to learn and change and evolve. Um, I can remember, like right now, I have a grandmother. I'm very fortunate that she's still alive. She's 98 years old. It's wonderful. But when computers became a really big thing in the 70s and the 80s, she was determined that she was never going to touch a computer because she felt it was ridiculous and it was a waste of time. Well, now she's 98. She's got 7 grandchildren. She has multiple great grandchildren and even one great great grandchild. And she really can't communicate with them because she refuses to get on an iPad. She refuses to text. She refuses to communicate in a way that, is beneficial and easy for them. So it's a huge lesson, both as I have been in media and I have watched people, kind of dig in their heels as to what they're not willing to do, what they are willing to do. We have to evolve and always be willing to learn and to take on new technology and to take on new innovation if we're going to remain relevant to not just the workplace, but even to our family and friends. So I think that the huge takeaway in being in an industry that's constantly changing and evolving is always being willing to grow with it.
Thank you so much for this answer. I also see you as you could be the bridge between, because you experienced so many years, and you could be the
Yeah.
bridge between your grandmother and the grandchildren, and as well, and to explain the importance, because I think when you want to meet someone or talk to someone, you have to go where they are, right? And when they are on the iPad and on WhatsApp or Snapchat or
Yeah.
whatsoever, you have to go there to find them. Yeah.
Yes, it's true. So that's the big takeaway. I mean, you mentioned that I'm on General Hospital, which is wonderful. General Hospital is the television show that has been on American television for over 60 years. This is the 61st season. It's the longest running show in television history, and even that show is evolving. For people who've been watching this show for years, there is a storyline of deception beauty, which is within the storyline. It's these amazing women who have developed and run this amazing makeup line. And the innovation that I'm a part of is they are now making deception beauty a reality. So if you can imagine, if you've watched this show for years and you've watched these characters, create lipsticks and cosmetics and face creams and serums and, red light therapy, all of those products are now being developed for consumers and fans so that they can enjoy those. So this is another evolution of innovation and marketing and how fans are being responded to. But again, to think that a soap opera many years ago was just to sell soap when you went to the store, and now soap operas are soap operas are truly selling you items, within the television and within other platforms, is just amazing. But yet it's just another innovation, like I said.
Oh, I understand. Now I understand. Thank you so much. It's about when that television show is so long. How do you call this? Not streaming. Nowadays, you would say streaming. I don't know if this is
You
the
can see it
right
on streaming as well. It
word.
streams as well, but yes, it's on. At least in America, it's on broadcast television, and you can stream it as well.
Okay, I did not know the right word because you said times are changing. The vocabulary is changing as well. And when you mentioned, so it is like a, like witnessing the times are changing, and the technology, the medicine, and the people, the culture. You talked about, the culture, like what is modern and what is not. So it is so amazing to see that when you live with the TV show, right? When you live
Yes.
with it day by day as a watcher, a television spectator. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing to have that point of view, and it is incredible because we don't have the innovation of television for so long. It's only, I don't know, 100 years, 90 years, something like that. And then it was not possible. So it is all growing and evolving, like you said. Thank you so much. How about role models or mentors or coaches? Do you have coaches, and who was the best coach you ever had?
I do. I have an amazing role model and coach. Her name is Rhonda Britton, and she was a life coach on one of the very first television shows I ever did, called Starting Over. And she's been my friend now for over 20 years. She's written some amazing best-selling books, and she is really the one who has guided me in so many ways. But the truth is, I find inspiration in many things. I mean, my kids inspire me. So I don't just think, of course, Rhonda has had a huge impact on my life, and I have adopted many of her philosophies, which has helped me so much. But I honestly am inspired by people's resilience, people's determination. Everywhere I look, all the time, there are amazing stories. Just on General Hospital, I actually am a co-star with a woman named Morgan Fairchild. Do you know who Morgan Fairchild is?
Yes.
You do. So Morgan Fairchild has
Mhm.
been an actress for like 70 years. She is still beautiful and amazing. And she started out in soap operas, and she is still on General Hospital. So, I mean, talk about an inspiration. I mean, when I'm on set with her and she is memorizing all of these lines, and she still, oops, I just lost one of my earbuds. Sorry about that. She's memorizing all these lines, and she still is very cognizant and, quick. And so I find inspiration in people all the time.
I love that what you said, because you observe people, you see how they show up and how professional they are, and then we think, oh, we can learn something, we can adapt this quality, this character trait. And thank you so much for sharing. Yes, I'm almost speechless, but I'm not because because I'm on that podcast episode with you right now, and of course I know these TV shows because I was, so it started in the 80s, you said 40 years ago, General Hospital, and I was like, yeah, 10 years when it came to Germany. I think 10 or 12 years, something like that. I remember that time because it was new. It was to have those TV channels and the shows coming from America, and amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. My next question, I think it could be the last one about your goals. Do you have goals or set intentions? And what is one of your next projects?
So I will tell you that one of my biggest goals in life is I want to live to be 100. So I am like really, really dedicated, 100% all in to, being alive and thriving for, at least another 50 years. So I know that that sounds a little maybe far-fetched to some people, but I have been dedicated to being, it's called a centenarian. A centenarian is someone who lives to be 100. So I've been dedicated to that for over 30 years, which is why at 54, I'm just starting a whole new acting career and have started on General Hospital. And I feel like, there is always something new to learn and grow from. So the number one goal in my life is to live long, healthy, and be cognizant and relevant. So that's a huge goal. As far as my next project, because I am Pearl on General Hospital and we are bringing all of these amazing products to life, I continue to work with General Hospital and ABC to help innovate and help create these products and bring them to viewers and to fans and to consumers. So we are constantly working with the makeup artist on the show and the creators of the show to try and figure out exactly what fans want and to bring that to them. And there is a website called shophomeandheart.com, where fans of the television show can go and actually buy the products that you've seen on the show, and you can experience the things that are in development. And so that's really my next big project and what I'm working on right now.
Thank you so much for sharing. And when you talked about your goal to become 100 years to, yeah, you
Yeah.
can say this, right? So no one told me that. I interviewed over 370 people since December, since I started. Yes, and no one. So when I ask about goals, so this is why I have to point it out right now. Everyone says like, yeah, I want to help 1,000 clients, or I want to attract my next million, whatever they say. These are material goals, I would say, but no one told me my goal is to celebrate my 100th birthday, and I had an idea in mind. I don't know if this is crazy enough. So when I continue doing podcasts, can we do a podcast interview when you are 100? Because I
Oh
think
my
this is
gosh, that would be
crazy,
so
right?
fantastic. Wouldn't
This
that be awesome?
is-
That means you have to be around too. I'll take you up on that.
Yes, because I'm 6 years younger. So it's amazing. It is a crazy idea, and because I committed to podcasting, I love that so much. And whatever we do, we can do an interview for whatever. Maybe I'm writing for magazines then or have a TV show, because I'm evolving too. And I would love to do an interview when you reach your goal. How
At
about that?
100. I promise to have
Okay.
my eyelashes on then too.
It's crazy, whatever, but I would love to. So thank you so much for saying yes again. And my last question before we come to your last thoughts to the audience is, how can we help you? You already mentioned where we can find you and your the page you mentioned where people can buy the products. Is there something we can do for you?
Oh, hold
The
on one
second
second.
one,
I
yes.
keep losing
No.
my things out of my ears. So I'm just going to take this off. That's very sweet. Is there something that you can do for me?
Yes.
Um, when it comes to, my number one goal is to, serve many projects. So yeah, I mean, of course, someone can become more engaged with me and what I'm doing. That's awesome. But to be really honest, the thing that people can do for me is to make themselves the most happy. I know that sounds crazy, but I often find that happiness is the most attractive thing in the universe. And I think that, the more happy that you can make yourself, ultimately that radiates. We live in a world of abundance and so much to learn. So the more happy that all of your listeners can make themselves, then ultimately the happier world we'll live in. And we all are ultimately recipients, and in small and large ways, of just people becoming a little more happy and content with their life. How's that?
That is fantastic. I love your answer. Thank you so much. I'm working on that, okay? Increasing happiness day by day by doing this podcast also and inspire the audience. And now it's time for your last thoughts, please. Your
Well,
message.
yeah, like I said, I encourage your listeners and your viewers to head to shophomeandheart.com. I'm so grateful to be a part of this legacy show of General Hospital. And the reason I'm doing so many podcasts is I'm trying to get out the word about this amazing innovation. And if you've been watching the show, then you know that you can now purchase and be a part of all of the products that you've seen developed on Shop Home and Heart and General Hospital over the past 61 years. So I just encourage your listeners to head there, and that would be my final thought.
Thank you so much for our interview. I'm inspired now. I hope you too.
Yes, no, it's been wonderful. I'm so happy we had this time, and I can't wait to see you. And when I turn 100, we will definitely stay in touch.
Thank you so much and see you in the next episode.